What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video today here on CodeNamePizza. Today for you guys, I have got the full Easter egg tutorial for solo players and co-op as well for the brand new zombies map tagged the Toten, which is DLC for zombies for Black Ops 4. This is going to be the guide that's easiest for you guys to follow. I've worked super hard on this and it's aimed towards solo players, but it's just as simple for co-op as well. So just like every other Easter egg guide that I do for all other Easter eggs, I make sure everybody watching this has the ability to do this Easter egg from this guide. So I only use classic elixirs. So no pay to win in this video. This video took me so long to make, so just make sure you absolutely smash a like on this video right now. And also we have DLC 4 merchandise on the channel right now inside of the description. Go and check it out. The Undead Army of 5. It's got me with the summoning key. It's got all the 4 OG characters, staffs, wonder weapons. Go and check it out right now. Links are inside the description. But here we go. Let's jump into the entire Easter egg tutorial of Tag the Toten. First things first, setup. It's super important that you get the right setup so you can get through this Easter egg nice and simple. So let's look at perks. I want you guys to put Victorious Tortoise on, so every time you have the shield out, you can't get hurt. I want you to put Dying Wish on, so if you accidentally get down to 0 health, you won't instantly die. I also want you to put PhD Slider on, because for this strategy, we are going to be using explosive weaponry, so it definitely helps to have that on. And also, I want you guys to put Winter's Wail on inside of your modifier slot. This perk is now amazing, so definitely place that on, and you won't go down while using this. For your specialist, place on the Katana, just because it's really, really good. And honestly, you won't really be using your grenades that much, so put on whatever you want. As far as elixirs go, anywhere but here, so you can get out of sticky situations nice and quick. Equipment, so you can get all of your equipment back very, very easily. Temporal gift, so then you can double the amount of time that drops are inside the map. And aftertaste. I think aftertaste is a great elixir to have inside of the boss fight. It means if you accidentally go down, you're not going to lose all of your perks. So let's jump into the game. Now, one thing to remember while we are playing Tag the Toten is every single time you see a fire zombie, you want to throw snowballs at him. Snowballs can be pretty much found around the entire map. I don't think you're going to struggle finding those, but just make sure any fire zombie, throw snowballs at them and they will drop parts to dynamite. Once you've got 3 parts from those guys, you can go and build them on craftable tables, and you'll need them throughout the Easter egg, so just make sure that you keep doing that. Every time you build the dynamite, use it on one of the doors, or we can use it through the Easter egg steps, and then once again start throwing snowballs at fire zombies anytime you see them. Our goal throughout the Easter egg is also to get the Hellion Salvo rocket launcher out of the mystery box. So as you're playing, just hit the mystery box as much as you like, and your goal, like I said, is to get the Hellion Salvo. It's gonna help you out so much and make this so easy for you. And also, while you're doing that, if you do get the Wunderwaffe sniper rifle, keep that as well, because you will need it for an Easter egg step later on. So the first thing you want to do as soon as you are into the map is turn on the power inside of the spawn. Super, super simple. Just turn on the power switch, and then immediately after you do this, there's going to be a shield piece that you can pick up inside of this area. It's either going to be over to the left-hand side of this area right here, directly in the middle, or over to the right-hand side right here where I am now. The next thing you want to do is just kill a few zombies and open up the area to your left. This will then mean that you can go and pick up the second piece to the riot shield. This is either going to be over where the pack-a-punch can spawn in, or it's going to be next to the mystery box, or it's going to be next to this blue rock right here. Now just kill a few more zombies, get some points together, and make your way over to the lighthouse. We're now going to pick up the third and final part to the riot shield, which can be located inside of each layer of the lighthouse. Either level 1 right here, level 2 right here, or level 3 right here. After you've done that, make your way into this room right here, build the riot shield, and there you go. You're good to go with that. Now the first main step to the Easter egg is going collecting a blue rock. This can be found on the path from the OG Call of the Dead spawn up towards the lighthouse. There's multiple locations for this rock all along the blue wall, but it stands out so easily. Just make your way over to it, knife it, pick it up, and then make your way to the top of the lighthouse, where Hermit, the guy that's at the top of the lighthouse, will lower down a crane for you to place the blue rock on. Now you need to go and turn the power switch on over on the main ship. So make your way to the top level of the ship, turn the power switch on, and this now means that you've got power to pretty much the entire map. Okay, now we're gonna look for cranks. There's 2 cranks, one at each end of the main ship. So open up this area right here, and somewhere in this area, there's around 5 different spawns. There's going to be a crank. It's super easy to find because it's either going to be inside this room right here or either side outside of the room. It's so simple to find. And after you find that crank, make your way up the stairs close to here and place the crank on this box. Start spinning the crank and the zip line will lower down, and once it stops spinning, you have done that correctly. Now you need to go and find the second crank, which is over on the far opposite side inside of this ship. And once again, very easy to find. It's going to be somewhere located in this area, once again around 5 different locations, but it'll take you maximum 20 seconds to find this thing. It'll just be lent up in one of the areas on this back part of the ship. Super easy to find once again, and once you do get that, make your way over to this box right here and do the exact same thing as the last one. Place the crank on, start spinning until it stops, and then you can make your way back up to the top of the lighthouse where we can now go and collect the zip line part from Hermit. Okay, the next thing I want you guys to do is go and start your challenge podiums. There's going to be 5 podiums around the map, but you actually only need to do 2 of these to continue with the Easter egg. The ones I advise you guys to do is the one at the lighthouse. Now, no one seems to like this one, but I love it because it gives you an extra quick revive, and especially for solo players, it means that if you do accidentally go down in that boss fight, you don't have to worry because you've got 3 revives. The first one that it's going to ask you to do is get 25 headshots, and every single headshot on a zombie will drop a brain. Pick up the brains and see you've got 25 of them, and then you can go and collect your reward from the podium and then start the next challenge, which the next one will be get 20 kills with a riot shield. You've already got that built, so just bash 20 zombies with that riot shield. It's got to be a bash, you can't shoot. And once you've done 20 of those, you'll move on to the next challenge, and this is the weird one. This is going to be collecting pee. Yes, you heard me correctly. You're going to go and pick up jars of pee from the top of the lighthouse and walk them down to the OG Call of the Dead spawn and place that pee inside of the water. You can't run on this step, you can't fall on this step, so just save one zombie and just walk. And if that zombie wants to hit you, let it hit the back of your riot shield. You won't go down, you'll be fine. And just walk your way down to that water 3 times. And after that, you make your way back up to the podium, collect your extra quick revive, and you are good to go onto the next podium, which I advise you guys to do the one at the OG Call of the Dead spawn. The first challenge for this one is get a certain amount of kills with snowballs. Super simple, just throw snowballs at zombies. There's a snowball collection point right next to this podium as well. So once you've completed that challenge, collect your reward, and then it'll move on to the next challenge, which is going to be kill 15 zombies with the lighthouse trap. Now, there's multiple lighthouse trap locations around the map. There's actually one right next to this podium as well. And just gather up 15 zombies, activate the trap, and then kill 15 zombies, and you'll have completed that challenge. Then go and collect your reward, and the final challenge after that will be throwing snowballs to fill in the SOS messages. So there's 3 locations for this SOS message around the map, and all you've got to do, pick up snowballs and fill in the missing holes in that SOS message. Once you've completed the first one near the ship, make your way throughout the ship, go underground, and shoot or throw a snowball at this pipe right here. This will drop a load of water down onto the fire, allowing you access to this area. And then throw snowballs at this SOS sign until it's fully filled in. And then finally, your final SOS sign is going to be on the lighthouse. So make your way back over to the lighthouse, throw snowballs at that SOS sign. Once it's complete, go back to the challenge podium, collect your reward, and now you've completed 2 podiums, meaning you can make your way to the top of the lighthouse, where Hermit will then give you dials. Once you collect the dials from Hermit, make your way back over to the ship. You're going to make your way into the OG Call of the Dead Juggernog room. It's the little hallway right next to where the giant red orb is. There'll be 4 locations to place these dials on, and place them all on those dials, and then start spinning the dials until they ding. Once you hear that noise, that's the correct number that it needs to be on. Now, I don't think Treyarch intended it to be this easy, so if you're watching this in the future and it doesn't ding anymore, there's going to be 4 locations around the map where you can find numbers. There'll be different colored numbers and they correlate with these dials, but definitely give it a go without going finding the numbers first, because at the minute, for me, it's absolutely fine, and everyone else, it's just maybe in the future, Treyarch might patch it because it's way too easy. So once you've got all the dials to ding, you'll notice that you now get a quote from the apothecans. This will then tell you that you need to go and collect offerings from around the map. There's multiple locations for these offerings, and I'm going to be telling you guys in just a second. But I think right now, the best thing for you to do is make your way over to the facility by going to the top of the lighthouse and going on the zip line right here. Open up the entire facility and go and turn the power on in the bottom room. Once you've got that power on, we're now going to go and collect a few things to get a brand new Samantha Max's music box equipment. So you need to go and get 2 key cards from throughout the facility. There's 6 locations that these key cards can be in. One of the rooms where you can find these is the shower room. You're going to find one in the eye wash station of the showers. If it's not there, it's going to be in this sink inside of that shower room. And if it's not there, it's going to be inside of the washing machine in that shower room. After you've collected that, go up to this box, place in the key card, and then make your way over to this room right here, where there's another 3 locations where you can find this. The first one is going to be inside of these little boxes right here. If it's not there, make your way over to the toilets right here, where you'll find it there. And if it's not there, it's going to be on the rack where the canisters are. Now that you've got that, make your way back over to that little box, place it in, and then they will come back out again, allowing you to pick them up and make your way over to where you turn the power switch on at this doorway right here. You can now place a key card in at either end of the door and then activate the door itself. This will create a mini lockdown where you're going to get surrounded by zombies, so just make sure that you've got your specialist ready or a good weapon and just start killing zombies. I'm pretty sure it's a timed event, so you could technically just run around, but if you want some points, just kill the zombies. After the lockdown is finished, you'll then be able to pick up the Samantha Max's music box, which you will need for this Easter egg. So now that you've got that, let's go and find these offerings. So these are basically going to be body parts. They're either going to be bones or they're going to be flesh. And you know exactly which body part to go and find via the quote that you hear. So make sure you've got subtitles on after you finish that dial step. Now, I could read all of these out and there's like 20 of them, but the easiest way for me to actually show you guys is just putting this inside of the description right now. So every single quote is inside of the description of this video. Just open up the description and have a look what the quote is that you have, and then it will tell you exactly where you need to go. Instead of watching the next 5 minutes of me telling you quotes where you literally just need to find one and then reverse the video. This is so much easier. Go into the description right now and I've got every single quote and every location where you can find that piece of meat or bone. It's super simple. Now you're gonna have to do this 3 times. After finding one of the bones or flesh, the apothecans will speak to you again and give you another location. Once you found that one, they'll give you another location, and once you've got all 3 by using the description of this video, it will then tell you that you need to go and find the seal of duality. Now the seal of duality can be located in 4 different places around the map, and you will need a piece of dynamite for this. So like I said at the start of the video, just make sure that you have been throwing your snowballs at fire zombies, collecting those dynamite parts and building that dynamite on one of the buildable tables. So once again, they are going to give you another quote where you are now going to have to go and find a painting. The quote that you could get is where ether was gathered. This one is going to be found in the geological room, so just go over to that poster, melee the poster, and place the dynamite on the safe. The next quote you could get is where humans suffer. This is going to be inside of the prisoner room. Once again, melee the poster, place the dynamite on if you get that one. The next one you could get is where cages hang, and that is going to be inside of the boathouse. Once again, melee poster, place the dynamite on if you get that one. And the final one is the icy hall quote, and this is going to be at the bottom of the ice slide. Melee that, place the dynamite on. After the dynamite blows up on any of those locations, depending on which one you get, you'll see the seal of duality inside of that hole. Pick it up, and now you're on to the next step. You're now going to go over to the giant red orb room. You can now place on the seal of duality onto this barrel right here. At this point, a red orb will fly out and start jumping around the room. This is one of the steps that is so much easier if you've got a Hellion salvo. All you got to do, if you don't have that weapon yet, or if you do, just fire at the red orb. At this point, a few things can happen. You'll either see a yellow orb fly out of it, or you'll see the whole room turn to white. It doesn't matter which one of these things happen. At the end of the day, there's going to be an orb that flies out of it that you need to go and find around the map. This can be located in pretty much anywhere, and I mean anywhere. Just make your way around the entire map. There is a way of making this a little bit easier for yourself, and that's to watch the direction that it flies out of that red orb, so you can actually see it fly from that red orb and go to wherever it needs to go. But if you miss it, you just need to look around the entire map, and once you find that yellow orb, don't get too close to it because it will disappear. You need to make sure that you throw a snowball at that yellow orb, and then once it turns blue, just shoot it with any weapon. It will then jump back to that red orb room. When you get back to that room, the orb is now going to be yellow again. Just throw another snowball at the yellow orb, shoot it, and it will go inside of the seal of duality. You need to do this step a further 2 times. So once again, shoot the red orb, go out inside of the map, find the yellow orb that it shot out, snowball it, turn it blue, shoot it back. There's going to be another yellow orb inside of that room, snowball it again, shoot it, it will go inside of the seal of duality, and then you've got to do this one more time. And once you make your way back to that room once again and get the final snowballed orb inside of that seal of duality, you'll be able to pick it up and go and place it on this campfire right here. Once it's on the campfire, throw out your Samantha Max's music box. If it says that you've got snowballs inside of your invent, just use all the snowballs and then use the music box. Once that music box has turned that fire to blue, interact with the fire and it will start doing quotes from the ether characters. Once those quotes are finished, you can pick up the seal of duality and then you're on to the next step. Now you need to go to the top of the lighthouse where Hermit is. He's going to give you 2 stones. And now you need to go and place these stones in this exact place right here outside the back of the lighthouse. Once the stones are on the ground there, activate the trap. The trap will go over to them and you'll notice that those stones are now glowing red. Pick the stones back up again and make your way over to the facility where you're now going to go down and place the stone that you just collected into this machine right here. You'll notice only 1 stone goes in, so you've got 1 left. You now need to go and place this down at this trap right here inside of the facility and then activate that trap. This trap lasts a while, so just wait until it finishes and then collect the stone that is now cold. Go and place that down next to the other stone that you placed down on this machine right here. Once both of those stones on, you'll then be able to collect the fuse from the middle. And now you can take that fuse down to the lighthouse, where you can go into this room right here next to this giant metal door and place it inside of this fuse box. Now, if the game doesn't let you place it in, it means that the game is glitched. This has happened to me, and there is a fix for it. It's a little bit of a dumb fix, and you will be a little bit annoyed, but it will fix it, and it will allow you to place the fuse in. It means that you've got to down yourself. So once again, if you pick up the fuse and try and place it in and it doesn't work, you have to down yourself. I advise you guys drop in an aftertaste at this point so then you can keep your perks. That's exactly what I had to do inside of this game, and then it allowed me to place the fuse in. This won't happen in every game. This is really rare, but just in case it does happen, that's how you fix it. You're now going to get told by Nikolai that the fuse needs more power. So at this point, you do need to make sure that you have that Wunderwaffe sniper rifle. Now, there's multiple ways of getting this. One way of getting this is by using the mystery box. You could get super lucky and get it. If you don't get it, then there's a way how to get one for free. Now, there's multiple locations to find an icicle. All of these aren't fully found yet. So like I said, you can use a mystery box to get the Wunderwaffe, but if you can't get it, you have to find an icicle. The places I found it is on the entrance to this cave right here. I've also found it as you go outside of the lighthouse right here, and I've also found it near these stairs leading up to the lighthouse. Now, I know there's a lot of icicles, but this one stands out quite a lot because it's really big. You need to shoot it down and then pick it up. Make your way over to the end of the ship and then place it inside of this pot where it will melt down and give you a key. Go and take that key inside of the facility up to this safe, place the key in, it will open up the safe. Then you've got to get zombie kills next to the safe, pick up the Agarthan device, make your way to the top of the lighthouse, give Hermit the Agarthan device, and he will give you a key to open the box on the right-hand side of the lighthouse. This will then give you the Wunderwaffe. But like I said, you can get it from the mystery box instead of doing all that. Now, once you've got the Wunderwaffe, there's going to be two locations where you need to shoot it. You need to shoot it at two pylons in the map. One at the top of the facility and one over the left-hand side of the lighthouse. Super, super easy. Shoot down the red box on those. This will then create electricity all throughout the pylons, but Nikolai will then tell you need more power. So at this point, you need to get electric zombie kills next to 3 generators. There's going to be 1 generator leading on the path where you found the blue rock at the start of the game. Just kill an electric zombie next to that generator. Some people say this is headshot kills. I've not had any problem getting normal kills, but regardless, just do the headshot to make sure. Then make your way down to the generator that is at the bottom of the lighthouse near the Pack-a-Punch location. You'll be able to once again kill another electric zombie here, and that will mean that that generator then turns on, and the final generator that you've got to kill an electric zombie next to is actually next to the doors of the lighthouse itself. Once all the 3 generators are powered up via electrical zombie kills, you can then make your way over to the door where you place the fuse in, interact with the door, and the door will open, giving you access to the elemental shard. Okay, so at this point, I advise you guys to get all your weapons fully pack-a-punched if you haven't done already. You can use golden pack-a-punch for this, which is a new pack-a-punch inside of this map, which at this point will be fully accessible. Just make your way over to this flinger right here on the side of the boat, and once the lighthouse light is directly on the golden pack-a-punch area, it will fling you over, make you do a mini lockdown, but while that lockdown is going on, you can fully upgrade your weapons for 5,000 points. So you want to make sure that you've got your Hellion Salvo 100% pack-a-punch. So the next step for this Easter egg is super simple. You've already done it before. Make your way back over to that red orb room, and you're going to repeat the same step as before, where you place down the artifact, shoot the red orb, and extra orbs fly out around the map that you've got to go and find, snowball, shoot them, bring them back. Exactly the same step as before. Just do this 3 times, and then you'll be able to pick up the device again, go and place it on the campfire, and then throw a Samantha box on. Once you've done that, you are then on to the next step of the Easter egg. And the next step of the Easter egg is making your way over to the lighthouse. Once you get to the top of the lighthouse, Hermit is going to ask you for the Agarthan device. Once you give him the Agarthan device, it's going to start a lockdown inside of the lighthouse where you cannot leave. So just make sure at this point that you have got decent weapons like a fully upgraded Hellion Salvo, and make sure that you've got your specialist ready as well. That lockdown will last you around 60 seconds to 2 minutes. I don't know if this is killed zombies or timed amount, so just make sure you're killing zombies. It doesn't really matter. And once the lockdown is finished, Hermit will give you back the Agarthan device. Now at this point, you're going to be able to go and place the Agarthan device inside of pack-a-punches around the map. But after you do this step, pack-a-punch will not be available for the rest of the game. So if you've not already pack-a-punched all your weapons at this point, I advise you go into golden pack-a-punch. Or you can wait for another pack-a-punch to spawn in. But if you've upgraded all your weapons at this point, make your way onto the next step, which is placing the Agarthan device into the pack-a-punch machine. Just look where the lighthouse is shining the light down to, and that is the pack-a-punch machine you go to. Place in the Agarthan device, and now you need to get around 25 zombie kills inside of a solo game. Once you've got enough zombie kills around that pack-a-punch machine, the Agarthan device will come out, and then you need to make your way over to the next pack-a-punch machine. You're going to do this for all 4 pack-a-punch locations around the map. And once you've done this for every single single Pack-a-Punch location inside of the map, you can then make your way over to that red orb room, where once again, you are going to place down that Agarthan device in the middle of the room on the barrel. And yes, you are now going to have to shoot the red orb again. But don't worry, this step's a little bit easier. For me, inside of my games, the yellow orb can only stay inside of this room this time. So it makes it super simple. Shoot the red orb, the yellow orb will come out, throw a snowball at it, shoot the blue orb, it will go inside the Agarthan device. Do this a total of 3 times. Once again, pick up the Agarthan device, place it on the campfire outside of that room, throw a Samantha box at it, interact with that fire, and then you will get more quotes from the characters. Now make your way to the top of the lighthouse. Hermit will tell you to go to the golden Pack-a-Punch, and this is where you are going to have to do the boss fight. So just make sure you've got all your perks, you'll already have all your weapons upgraded like I told you before, and you are gonna go over to the boss fight area. Now placing the Agarthan device inside of the golden Pack-a-Punch, and once again kill around 25 zombies around that golden Pack-a-Punch. Easiest way to do this, throw a Samantha device, you'll pretty much get all the kills with one Samantha device down, and then it will start what we call the boss fight. This is gonna spawn in a red bubble inside of the map. Your job is to stay inside of the red bubble. This is gonna go all the way from golden Pack-a-Punch throughout the entire map, all the way to the facility. And throughout that whole trip, there's gonna be 3 areas where there's gonna be lockdown. So the bubble will literally stop moving and you have to get zombie kills. The reason why I told you guys to get PhD Flopper on this class and get the Hellion Salvo is because it won't allow you to get trapped. When you are following this bubble, zombies will try and overpower you, but you can just fire your Hellion Salvo at the ground and you'll never get hurt by your own explosive damage or get hurt by the zombies. Also, before you went into the step, you really should have activated Aftertaste just so you don't lose your perks if you go down. Now, throughout the traveling of this orb, there's going to be points of this trip where you have to cross lava. There'll be rocks that come up from the ground to make it easier for you. So just keep following it. When there's a lockdown, get a load of zombie kills using your Hellion Salvo or your Samantha boxes. It will give you a max ammo and it will give you a shield repair carpenter, and just follow the orb all the way. It will go throughout the entire map, go up the lighthouse. You'll have to use the zip line to get to the facility, follow it to the facility, and then finally it will stop in the middle of the facility room. This is crazy. I struggled with this a little bit, so just make sure you're on your absolute A game right now. Use your specialist, use Samantha boxes, use your Hellion Salvo. You're gonna get overpowered by zombies in this circle, and all the zombie kills will turn into souls for that circle. The circle will slowly close in and get smaller and smaller and smaller until it finally explodes. You'll get some cool quotes and you'll be able to pick up the Agarthan device. Now you can make your way outside and go all the way back to Hermit, where he's going to allow you to give him the Agarthan device. Then make your way over to the ship and you'll notice a giant yellow light will go into the sky and you'll see Hermit go up into that sky. Once he's done that, he will leave a device for you, and this is going to be at the bottom end of the ship. Go and interact with that device and you have finished the Easter egg for Tag the Toten, and you will get the final cutscene in the entirety of the Ether storyline. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and I'll see you guys in the next video or the next live stream. Thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.